Yeah, my wonderful people of Biafra, anywhere you are joining us from or watching us from, you are welcome this very morning. I welcome you in the name of Chiku Ukike. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of us. Thank you for being part of this wonderful program this day. I greet you in the name of Chiku Ukike. Thank you for coming. And as you are joining us, hold on. Okay. As you are joining us, do me well or do also rather to just try and like our program. And we must continue. Like you know, Mazenam Dekano is still there. And when you follow up with what is going on with Mazenam Dekano and his legal team, through his legal team, you will find out that Nigeria justice is just justice system or judiciary system is just like I don't know novice in the area of justice law because they are now coming to learn and understand the implications of what they do through what Mazenam Dekano and his legal team deliberate or say or discuss. This is why they have to implant secret recorders in Mazenam Decano's room, and this is why they have to wait or do want them for Mazenam Decano legal team to tell them this is the action we are going to take before they know that this is what is really going on. Like we all know, they never knew that London is the only place you have to take Nnamdi Kanu to if you truly want to judge him. They didn't know this until the Mazen Nnamdi Kanu legal team made it clear to them that since you are bringing up this case, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu should go to London and be tried in London and no place else. You cannot try him in Nigeria for a fault or for a problem that happened in United Kingdom. That was when they realized, oh, and today again, the same thing we see. When they said to the Mazenam Dekano legal team, when they say to Mazenam Dekano legal team, because your client have rejected Binta Nyako, Binta Nyako now, you've lost, Mazenam Dekano have lost all the right he have, like the right of you visiting him, blah, 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 blah. And they reminded them also, the lawyers, Mazenam Dekano lawyers, have to remind Nigeria and their judiciary system that since you said that Mazena Dikano can no longer be visited because Justice Inyako is no longer in charge of the case, we want you also to remember that Binta Nyako was the one that took up the bail that took up the all the things that Binta Nyako impressed must be lifted as so they come and say, oh no, so we are making it. That was when they come back to their senses to say, okay, now come and visit Mazenam Dekano again. I want us to understand that we are dealing with people that don't know what it means to observe anything like rule of law. This is why you see, like in Enugu State today, what happened, where Funanis attacked the people and they did their evil, sacked some communities. The remaining people in the community that were sacked by the Funanis, police and the army went there just 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Police and the army went back there and started attacking and burning down the houses that Funanis have attacked and sacked the people in it. This is the only thing you get in people that knows nothing about law, that knows nothing about justice, that care nothing, that care for nothing about anything but injustice, and anything rule of law is not in their system. They don't care. They don't have it. They don't know it. So this is what we are saying. Nigeria is a place where nobody cares about anything. Today we are talking about what you call him, Bintanyako, right? Sorry, Bianco no. As we talk about Bianco no, I will play a video of a woman also that has been invited or has been pleaded with to work with this Tinubu's administration. And I want us also to know that there are people that have played roles, that were invited to play roles, even invited to work in the central bank or as a director of Central Nigeria Central Bank. They turned it down because they have their integrity. They have a legacy they are building. They don't want anything to destroy. That is why they turned it down. So Bianca Ono today, we don't know what she's doing. We don't know what she has been doing. We don't know what she stands for. But if Bianca Ono have a legacy she want to leave, integrity she want to keep, I think she should find out from Tinubu, giving me this opportunity or position. What have my children, my generation, my people to gain if I should be working with you? If I should be in your government? What is the template? It's not just jumping into what do you call it? Jumping into offers because somebody offered you to come and work as a minister, as a director, or this. No, 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 no. This is far beyond that. What is this that you want me to do? What about my people? What do you have in store for my people? What is the blueprint? Or you jump into the offer or Tinubu's offer, you don't care about your people, you don't care about your generation, or you care about you. If Bianco would make us see her, if Bianco no would make us to begin to see her just as one of those selfish, baseless politicians, it's fine. We will begin to see her like that. But if she is the woman of integrity we know, I think we will come back to that anyway. Um, Thank you all. Thank you so much for coming. I can see Shidera Christian. Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning from my location as well. Shidera. Nolin, I greet you. Nolin, they wo Omerora. Nke Omerora kwa. Omerora. Oh. Omerora. Ijire nude o ishizin. O deka o mere ora. Omenora, Omene should be together now. Or what is the anyway? Omenora, I greet you. They will. You say, please, I need the website to vote. Oh. Go just on www.ipobinus.org. You go there, you vote. It's just very simple. Increase monet. Love you, sir. Love you too, my brother. Good man, I greet you. Just go to okay, hold on, just a moment. Let me bring the www.ipobinusa.org/donate. If you come here, you will see it. This is it. I'm bringing it. Let me just bring it for you. Where is the website? Yeah. This is it. Where is that guy and that brother that is asking me for? Oh, Menora. Okay, Menora, I'm putting it here right now. First. All right. I've given you the link to vote. So you go there, you will see voting, you will see donation as well. You can do your donation there. So we continue to go on. I greet you, Esther Okwosa, Esther Wanenkem Ekenenge. Peace. I greet you. I greet you, peace. Ndewo. Jeje Osinashi. Jeje Osinashi. Ndewo. Chineke gozie unu niile. Every one of you that have come here this morning, I greet you all. We see Asari Dokobo crying, and the cry will never end. You see, if you see when you indulge in evil and think you are going to pepper them, you want to pepper them, you want to show them, turn by turn, no, Ijagaban turn, no, wait for your turn, no. You see, all this is because of things you don't see. You don't even know how you are going to see. You don't even know if they will ever come. We keep telling people that Nigeria is a place where, excuse me, I beg, if you don't watch me, try and like or share. If you're from Twitter, try and retweet the program for me. I beg you, God. Try retweet, try like, try share. So,
understand that the liberation of Biafra has entered the highest stage in the history of Biafra. Not even during the war. I am telling you, it has entered the highest stage ever. And we are going to do everything humanly possible in this life to restore Biafra. Everything humanly possible will be done. And I want you people to understand that the Biafra liberation is step by step, segment by segment, plan by plan, executions by execution. We'll be executing those plans according to the template till the last one. And Biafra.
Let us go talk about the objective of your struggle and how do you intend to achieve it in practical terms?
In practical terms, it is civil disobedience. The same way that Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. accomplished civil rights in America, the same way that Mahatma Gandhi led India to independence out of British colonial rule, the same principles we are applying, and might I add, very successfully too. We will do everything possible to unravel and unshackle the zoo called Nigeria. Everything humanly possible. No stone will be left unturned. We will sacrifice everything sacrificable. Material, life, blood will throw into.
And we will do everything humanly possible to see the Biafra exit
All right, well, welcome back. Sorry for that breaking in the broadcast. So there's this video. I thought I got it down. This is the video. We saw what is happening. You see, like the video we watched yesterday, so many people have been taken by police. So many people having like, and when they are taken, they are not coming back. This is one thing you must know. In Owerri, in Anambra, in Enugu mostly, so many people have disappeared in the name of police arresting them. I want you to just take a look at this video. How police follow them, and when they see a man or anybody driving, they see you alone, they will make sure they follow you. They follow this young man to a compound, not knowing that he is going to fetch water in that compound. They thought it was his house. And their aim was to follow him there, follow him inside the house, probably take some things. To the point that they even stole the gallons of water this man want to fetch water with. I want us to listen. Listen to them.
Look at them here, over the police. Look at them, embarrassing us in our compound. We went to fetch water. They're embarrassing my boy over the police. Agua police. Look at what they are doing. Embarrassing us. They want to arrest somebody that went to fetch water. Look at what they are doing. Police. Nigerian police, look at Nigerian police, embarrassing people up and down because they want to fetch water. Look at them, Nigerian police. Agua police station. Nigeria should see them. This is what we are going through. We don't have food. We don't have water. We don't have anything. Look at it. He went to fetch water. This man wants to fetch water. Look at what police is doing. Police, look at it. Police, Agua police station. Look at them here. Everybody should see them. Look at what they have been doing. Embarrassing people, harassing people up and down. Look at the boy. He went to fetch water. And they stopped him on the road, followed him into the compound. They have searched him, they didn't see anything, they want to arrest him. Look at everybody shouting in the compound. Look at it. Everybody shouting. Look at what they are doing.
Look at them.
Harassing people.
You follow somebody, you threaten.
Agua police station. Agua police station.
Somebody's compound.
Agua police station. This is what they do. This is what they have been doing. They terrorize students daily. This is what they have been doing. So look at it. We are not done anything to them. Look at it, went to fetch water. Obumini. How about you make me arrest?
Which water? Illegal duty.
Obugalo.
That's your superior know you're on this duty.
No, she.
You see the kind of police where them get, Nigerian get, you dey see them. So na im be the matter. Na im be the thing wey dey happen. Make we see Asari before we enter Enugu. I am still thinking if I can get more update. I only got one video update from Enugu. I'm waiting to see if I can get more update, or if somebody is from Enugu, if you can tell us the update, give us the update from Enugu, what is going on in Enugu right now. I'll be interested to know. I thought it's here. Okay, let's go. You see. Yeah.
7th and 9th November 2024. Dr. Mrs. Stella Okonkwo, Registrar. Announcer.
Among the various regions.
It is sad that this decision is taken in a government led by President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, who was in the trenches with most of us during the struggle for restoration of democracy after the overthrow of the government of the winner of June 12 election, MKO Abiola. We fought together, we fought tirelessly. A lot of people lost their lives. And President Ahmed Bola Tinubu was in the forefront of this struggle. And since then, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu had been speaking on restructuring of the Nigerian state, returning Nigeria to its federal status, and giving right to all the component units of Nigeria. Now, let us come to this decision. This decision is a betrayal of the people of the Niger Delta. Total betrayal. There had been this culture in Nigeria of trying to substitute the people of the Niger Delta, robbing us of our gains. Before independence, the the Jaws and Ogonis made it very clear that for us to be part of Nigeria, Nigeria must be negotiated on our own terms. We made it very clear to the British. And the British set up the Wilkin Commission to look into the fears of the so-called minorities and allay their fears. Having gone around the country, not just the Ijaw and Ogoni territory, the government, the British government, for us to be part of an independent Nigeria, set up a commission under Sir Wilkins, the Wilkin Commission. The Wilkin Commission came up with establishing a special area for the people of Ogoni and the people of Ijaw. And this special area was established. The federal government was to the government at the center was to provide 5%. The eastern region was to provide 5%. And the western region was to provide 5%. And this was a special area. What happened after the brouhaha of the coup?
Are you listening to what Asari Dokubo is telling you? That there was an agreement, but one thing this Asari Dokubo have failed to explain, was that agreement written? Was that agreement signed? Was that agreement truly agreed on? Now, he told you again, the people involved, not only Ijaw people. I am going to rewind it for you to hear again with your ear. Because when we are telling you that people, because of their selfish desires, are ready to sell the whole generation, because of their selfish interests, I want you to listen to him. He is the one that is educating us now. I want us to listen. Listen again.
For us to be part of Nigeria, Nigeria must be negotiated on our own terms. We made it very clear to the British. And the British set up the Wilkin Commission to look into the fears of the so-called minorities and allay their fears. Having gone around the country, not just the Ijaw and Ogoni territory, the government, the British government, for us to be part of an independent Nigeria, set up a commission under Sir Wilkins, the Wilkin Commission. The Wilkin Commission came up with establishing a special area for the people of Ogoni and the people of Ijaw. And this special area was established. The federal government was to the government at the center was to provide 5%. The eastern region was to provide 5%. And the western region was to provide 5%. And this was a special area. What happened after the brouhaha of the coup and everything? after the declaration of Nigeria as a unitary state under Decree 32 promulgated by Ironsi, Nigeria, they looked at our face, abolished a constitutional established authority, and in its place, every drainage outside the Niger Delta was made a river basin authority. Every drainage, Rima drainage, Owema drainage, all sorts of drainages were made development or whatever they call them, basin authorities, and they equated this same authority with the Niger Delta area authority, a special mandate area for Nigeria to become independent. The independence of Nigeria predicated on that report that we, the Ogonis and the Jaws, should be part of Nigeria. Having done that, they did that. Today, Obasanjo just came in 1999 and he redefined what Niger Delta is. Niger Delta became unpadded, oil producing areas. So Abia became Niger Delta. Imo became Niger Delta. Edo became Niger Delta. Ondo became Niger Delta. Akwa Ibom became Niger Delta. Cross River became Niger Delta. It diluted the meaning of Niger Delta. Niger Delta is created by the River Niger and its tributaries. The tributaries of River Niger is simple.
Okay.
Nigerians always look for something that does not exist in reality. Nigeria talk of real federation. What is real federation? Federation is federation. There is no counter federation.
Asari
Nigeria
Dokubo.
is a crude, primitive unitary state.
Asari Dokubo, we seem to have an issue with the audio connection with you out there. So, former president of the Joy Youth Council Worldwide, Mujahid Abubakar Dokubo Asari. Thank you very much, Asari Dokubo, for staying with us. I mean, it was getting interesting, but we had issues with our audio connection with you. So if you may just continue from where we left it off, and if you could quickly, talk about this, your issue with President Tinubu. Now that you say President Tinubu has disappointed you, you worked for him, you supported him. He has disappointed you with the ministry. He has disappointed you also with some other things. If you could also take that along as we try to manage time.
Before he continue, I want us to understand that when you think you are working with Tinubu to get your own portion of the government or your own portion of the natural cake, I want you to understand that Tinubu do not have any power to give you your own share of the cake. I want you to understand this. Go and find out all that have sacrificed one thing or the other, all that have sacrificed their people for this government. Did they get anything? The cabals will always decide. You remember Dave Omai? You remember what Dave Omai sacrificed? Biafrans to become the president. As it fell, he went on to sacrifice more to become the vice. That failed. He even sacrificed more to become the Senate president. And it all failed. Are you getting it? Do you see all Joe Zocalo sending Tokono jet to bomb our people just because he wants the post of president? He won the post of Senate president. Did he get anyone? We can go on and on and on. Nobody sacrifice for anything in Nigeria that gets it, unless those that the Funani cabals choose to favor. Ayola, I greet you. Ndewo. Keki Mene. Amy Sami, I greet all of you. Anywhere you are joining me from, I greet you. Chinenye Glad, I greet you all. Oba, Elo Chuku, David John, I greet everyone. Shoma, anywhere you are joining me from, I greet you. I beg you to like and retweet. Like and retweet this program for me. I beg you, God. We are coming to Bianco, no. And I want us to understand that this government or Nigeria itself, Nigeria herself, has nothing for you. Mm-mm. And I want us to know that the only thing Nigeria have is Islamization agenda. If you don't have this agenda, forget it. Shima Rechikuwandem, I greet you, sir. There was a Pastor Shima, I greet you. If you are not in the line of thinking Islamization agenda, forget it. You see how Asari Dogobo, a good history student, counting even before he was born, what happened and what has happened and what has transpired. Yet today, you are believing in Nigeria. He agreed that his people said, before we will join hands with you to work as Nigeria, this is what we want. Ask this mumu here, bread that fell inside the agege gutter. Agege bread that fell inside the agege water. Agege bread that fell inside agege gutter water and swallow. Ask him. All those things your fathers signed, whether you sign with British or you sign with Caliphate, so have any of them been fulfilled? Not even been fulfilled. Have any of them, has anything been done? Has anything like beginning to establish any of them? Has it taken place? No. Asari, your fathers have signed this, so what for this to come? It did not come. Asari, you have come today. You have started working for this to come. I remember when Asari Dokobo was a militant fighting for the people, standing in the forefront, fighting. My people are suffering. My people are dying. Immediately, some money was allotted to Asari Dokobo. He become Oga. He become boss that will sit in his house to tell you Asawana. He becomes a man he become a negotiator. He become a negotiator of his people that negotiate how money will come, and he will take the money just for himself. The things your fathers and the British and Nigeria agreed for till today, no single one has been established. Not even a process has begun. And you are still waiting, crying for things that were agreed on before you were born, that nothing has started. Well, let us listen to him more, because we have other things to do. Let's just listen to him.
I want to say that the opposition to decision to scrap the Niger Delta Ministry have nothing to do with my personal relationship with President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. I am just an individual. My personal relationship with Dr. Alhaji Ahmed Bola Tinubu is personal. I am a representative of my people. I was chosen and elected by my people to lead them based on a broad-based grassroots movement, the Joy Youth Council. Having said that, like I said before, we were in the trenches with Ahmed Bola Tinubu, and he's the least person we expect to have taken this decision. This ministry came into being on the blood and sweat of the people of the Ijaw Nation. I was incarcerated in 2005, and the struggle started, the agitation started soon after the former governor of Bayelsa State, Alamesia, was also incarcerated. Oil production came down to 700,000 barrels. And in order to assuage, in order to placate the Ijaw people, Yar'Adua started with a 7-point agenda. And one of these 7-point agenda was the issue of the Niger Delta. And the Niger Delta Ministry was created by President Yar'Adua. Now, like I was saying, I don't know whether you got me, the people of Ogoni and Ijaw said, if for us to be part of an independent Nigeria, the issue of underdevelopment of these two nationalities must be addressed. And at that time, oil was discovered mostly in the territories of these two nationalities. And the government, the British colonial government, set up the Wilkin Commission, which recommended a special area. And they set up the Niger Delta Development Authority. 5% from the federal government to contribute, Eastern region 5% and the Western region 5%. And the government of Tafawa Balewa adhered to its contribution of 5%, the Eastern region and the Western region, like what is happening today, refused to contribute. Now, after the brouhaha of the civil war that took place, they proceeded to create what they call river basin for every gutter, every drainage found in other part of the country, and they gave them all fanciful names. They converted this special area, which was in the constitution of constitutional dimension, an authority that was embedded in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. They now changed it and equated it with this so-called river basin they have created. Now, they totally destroy the character and nature of the Niger Delta Development Authority.
All right.
Yar'Adua came into power and decided Niger Delta Ministry. When General Olusegun Obasanjo was in power, he promulgated, through military fiat, the Land Use Act, and confiscated the land of our people and our resources. After doing that, on his second coming, he came.
All right.
And then created a Niger Delta in his head that does not exist, that is not in tandem with reality. Niger Delta is supposed to be the tributaries that empties into the wetland created by the tributaries that emptied into the Atlantic Ocean.
All right. Okay.
He created a Niger Delta where he brought Imo,
All right.
he brought Abia, he brought Ondo, he brought Edo, he brought Akwa Ibom, he brought Cross River.
All right, Mr. Dokubo, let me come in here,
Niger
please.
Delta.
All right, Mr. Dokubo, let me come in here. I'm so sorry because I know you have a lot to get off your chest, but unfortunately our time is limited. Some of the issues you've cited are some of perhaps the conversation around the effectiveness or a reorganization required for the NDDC. The makeup of the NDDC, like you said, there are some states in there that would also fall under the Southeast Development Commission, which is under review. We also look at perhaps the reason why this regional Ministry for Regional Development is created in such a way as to ensure that we don't duplicate efforts. You know, we're going to have the Northeast Development Commission and the likes. What do you have to say about that? I say this because perhaps this is a move to make it more efficient and move away from what we currently have. Don't forget, the NDDC, the Niger Delta Development Commission, will still come under the Ministry for Regional Development.
We are talking of law. We are not talking of effectiveness. The wishes and caprices of a leader does not amount to the law of the country. NDDC was created by law. It was not created by wishes and caprices of a leader that when I decide a thing, it becomes law.
But laws can be amended.
Who decide what is effective?
Mr. Asari Doko, laws can be amended.
Effectiveness is because the law had not been amended.
They can be.
As we speak, the law had not been amended. So what we are talking about, who decide what is effective? Everything about Nigeria is inefficient because of corruption, because of
corruption. That Asari Dokobo is number one inside the corruption cauldron. Asari Dokobo is one of the kingpin corruption be rotating or boiling inside the cauldron of corruption. Asari Dokobo knows very well that you don't need to be consulted before any action, any decision, anything, any creation will be carried out, whether for you, whether against you. And this has been working for Asari Dokobo, and he has been enjoying it. Even on the detriment of his people, he has been enjoying this. Today, Asari Dokobo is crying because the feeding bottle he sucked has been taken off his mouth. And many people are thinking that Asari Dokobo is crying for the feeding bottle of the people. No, for his own feeding bottle. Have you wondered why is it that Asari Dokobo is untouchable? Why is it that Asari Dokobo can come out and say anything and do anything and display arms and nothing happens? Is Asari Dokobo working for Nigeria in any form? But he have told you he's working with Nigeria Army. Nigeria Army come out and say, no, Asari Dokobo don't mind him. He is not serious. Asari Dokobo come out and tell you he will bring down your helicopter. You say, no, don't mind him, he's not serious. If he think he's serious, let him come out to the field. Let us show power. You see, Nigeria Army are people incompetency that is speaking, that is working, that is gallivanting, and you think they are human beings. When that one that will block his eyes like which is the lip, so in when you want you go up the cannot do anything. We have neutralized this week hundreds of thousands of Boko Haram, ISWAP, insurgents have been. We have arrested IPOB founding father. This is what they will get. Because Nigerians love lies. They don't like the people that come with truth. That's why their journalism is full of lies. No single truth. Nigeria is a place where you see something happen. You see somebody that be able with his phone, smartphone, get the video live coverage of what happened. And the Nigerian government will come out and tell you that that video you saw was Photoshop. Then they will be able to tell you what you want to hear. Nigeria have depended on the government to give them, tell them what they want, what they love, and they have been getting it. The same thing with this Asari Dokobo sitting here today, narrating the story, how Nigeria was created, how Nigeria was formed, how the agreement was agreed. How have you come to tell the people for once that the agreement you claim that your people agreed on has been fulfilled, was established, was begun to getting established? No. No. There was never any consultation before Nigeria was created. Asari Dokubo is lying. You know that. Who consulted you? Bring the document. Let's see you. No, listen. Till today, till now that I'm here, only thing Nigeria need, the British need, is to get people like Asari Dokubo. If they need to do anything, they give him money, and Asari Dokubo will be the person that Asari Dokubo will speak on behalf of the whole region. Nigeria is a place where nobody is important. Your life is not important. The communities are not important. What is important is only one stooge, only one mole in that community. They will be able to give some cheese, and he will follow them, dancing to their tune, standing on the gap for them, telling you this is what they have agreed on. Ask Asari Dokubo. If truly there was a document, why are you not standing on that document? Why are you not defending that document? Why are you crying for nothing? Why are you crying like a baby that smashed the egg mommy sent him to buy? Why are you crying as hopeless as you are? Every day you come, you cry. Today, let Biafra go. Tomorrow, buy every Biafra. Next tomorrow, I am forming alliance with the North. Next tomorrow, Jakabani is my man. Listen, let me tell you. Only thing this man is looking for is attention. Give him one bag of money now, he will shut up forever. If Tinubu will give him a sack of money as big as his stomach, he will go silent. He will go silent. Those are the people that are standing to defend the people that call themselves defenders of the people of Ijos. You see why I like Tom Polo? Despite Tom Polo doing whatever he is doing, you will not know what he is about to do. He is busy doing what he is doing. Even as Tom Polo is now, if his plan is to take out the whole Nigeria, you will not know. He will do it and you will see it. Not coming here to rant, recruiting people today and they will finish tomorrow. People of Niger Delta or Delta or South to South have not even called Asari Dokubo to ask him, where are the children you have taken in the name of recruitment? Ever since 4 years till today, where are these young girls and young boys? Nobody is asking Asari Dokubo. You will come and ask me, hey, sit at home is evil. Sit at home is not your problem. When a fool speaks, you will know.
Wanton corruption. There is corruption everywhere. So that is corruption. All institutions are affected by constitution, are affected by corruption. So nobody would say that it is always the Niger Delta that is not efficient. What we are saying, you yourself had said, I called for the scrapping of NDDC last year when I said they should scrap NDDC and return UNPADEC, which was the right nomenclature for that body called NDDC. And then create a special authority as it was before for the Niger Delta. Having said that, they have created Southeast Development Commission, Northeast Development Commission, whatever development commission. Where is the money going to come from? The money of the Icho, Ogoni, Ishekri, Orobo people, and Igbo people. They tell us that oil is no longer important in the world, but it is our oil money they are using. You know, they want to make you look, feel inferior, look little.
Asari Dokubo, no, you got it wrong. They don't want you to make They don't want to make you look inferior. They don't want to belittle you. They have already made you a fool, which you are, Asari Dokobo. They have already made you irrelevant. Look at what you are crying here, Asari Dokobo. That they have told you that oil is no longer important. And you have bought it. And they are still using your oil. How will oil be important when they have mortgaged your oil for years to come? You are sitting here like a balloon, overblown balloon, making noise of an overblown balloon that is being beaten or tossed around by air, making noise, unrecognized noise, unidentified noise. Look at the shame that is coming out of his mouth. They told you oil is no longer important. Fool! And you don't even know that the oil you are crying for has been mortgaged by Obasanjo and the Atiku, the remaining one, what is his name? Buhari mortgage. And this time, Tinubu is coming to sell all of them, if there is anyone left. You are crying, nya, 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 nya. Biafra is coming to restore life in Niger Delta, as you call yourself. Biafra will give you life. Biafra will give you joy. Biafra will give you, in short, life. Because the only person where they free, na him go dey alive. If you know they free, no go dey alive. Biafra is bringing life. In case you don't know. In case you don't know. This is what we are saying. Who know, you no go know. Who no understand, you no go understand. Nigeria is not for you, Asari. You know.
But each time they try this, they expose themselves. What we are saying, who decide what is efficient? What is efficient in Nigeria?
Mr. Dokubo,
is our railway efficient?
Very quickly, sir, Bimba will ask the next question. You enjoyed, at least prior, and you admitted it yourself, that working for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to get him into office, you enjoyed quite a cordial relationship with him. In fact, you composed a number of songs in solidarity with him. Were you consulted? Have you had the opportunity
song by
Tondo? Yes. Yes, so you are singing
yes.
in support of him. Were you consulted? Have you had the opportunity to speak to him, or has the line of communication totally broken down between you and the president?
I supported Mr. President because I knew him before he became senator. I knew him before he became governor. I knew him before he became president. And God willing, if we're alive, I will also know him when he ceases to be president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But what I'm trying to say, this is not about me. This is not about an individual called Alhaji Mujahid Dokwa.
They ask you a very simple question. Has the relationship broken? Asari Dogobo, we saw you in Aso Rock. We saw you singing turn by turn. We saw you mobilizing your boys for Tinubu. Has that relationship broken? Do you still maintain the relationship of going to Aso Rock? That is the question. You are not answering it. Because what people don't know is that they are stupid. The only person that don't know he's a fool is the foolish person himself. This thing you see here as Asari Dogobo was opportune to go into Aso Rock to demand for one thing. Since your own is to loot. Asari Dogobo did not ask for directorship of one river basin, directorship of one thing or the other. He demanded for two things. One, give me license to buy the Igbos. Two, give me that Tompolo license collect Tompolo job and give me, let Tompolo go to hell. Fool! A fool. You cannot go there. You did not go there to Asari to demand for anything than what is evil. And the cabal said, we cannot use this. This one is overblown pig. We can't use him. Make we just discharge him. Probably they have given him some money and said to him, go home, we will come back for you. And he waited and waited and nothing happened. After 1 year, 2 years, he started crying today, as if he's crying for the people of Ejo, as if he's crying for the people of Rivers. No, he's crying because he's a fool. The same thing that happened to him with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu gave him the money to establish some things. He swallowed the money and called Nnamdi Kanu names. He began to call Nnamdi Kanu criminal. As I then, more than 10 years ago, Nnamdi Kanu gave this buffoon 20 million naira to do something, to mobilize your people. He said he is the one that said he needs this 20 million. He named the money. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gathered himself, raised the money, sent to this buffoon here. This buffoon the money. He waved the money and said, no, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you are a criminal. Thinking that the money will not finish. Whenever you give him the money finishes, he come out to cry. Today, the one Tinubu gave him, he went, listen, what you demand for is what you get.
Asari and Ahmed Bola Tinubu, it is about my people. And when I'm speaking about my people, take me out of the way. I'm an individual. My relationship with President Ahmed Bola Tinubu was very robust. And at all times, the benefit I derived from that relationship was one-way traffic, was from Ahmed Bola Tinubu alone. His coming out for presidency was the only time I was able to pay him back. And I did. And even if he comes out tomorrow, I will still do it. Because at the time, General Olusegun Obasanjo buried me alive. He stood by me. And I'm not going to be in a hurry to forget that. But that is personal between both of us. You talk about the line of communication. See, there's an Islamic preacher, Sheikh Kishke. He said, when somebody becomes an emperor, an emir, a sultan, Satan becomes his best friend and advisor. Because Satan will always be there whispering to his ears. Was Jesus not carried to the pinnacle by Satan?
Okay,
and offered the whole world that jumped down. I will give you everything.
Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Now, we've understood you. We understand you're also saying that this conversation is not personal. But a lot of people would disagree because you've made statements such as that if President Bola Tinubu fails, we should hold you responsible. So my question is, should your people...
I stand by that statement.
So should the Ijaw people, the Ogoni people, the people of Niger Delta, should they hold you responsible for the fact that their ministry has now been scrapped?
I stand by that statement.
Yes. So should the Niger Delta people hold you responsible? Are you taking responsibility for the Niger Delta ministry being scrapped, since you said you would be taking responsibility?
That is why I am crying out. That is why I am crying out. Because I am vigorously liable to any infraction of the exploitation of the Nigerian people, not just Niger Delta people. Because I stood in front of everybody. And I'm not going to deny what I said. Even if it is tomorrow, Ahmed Bola Tinubu encounters any problem, difficulty, I will still stick out my neck and stand. Because at the time he stood for me, I would have been dead. I would not have been in this program talking to you. Obasanjo would have killed me. If not for people like Ahmed Bola Tinubu who stood by me and did everything for me. So I am not going to be in a hurry. I am not going to be in a hurry to forget that.
Alaji Dokubo, will you say that President Bola
Yes,
Ahmed Tinubu,
I'm with you.
will you say President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is succeeding or failing as president, given the reality in the country today? And to still go back to your matter with him, you said you emptied your bank account, you spent a lot of money, and Tinubu is there in Abuja. You are not benefiting anything. So what would you like to benefit from him? Now that you helped him, you supported him, and he's there. He has forgotten people who supported him.
To my broadcast, if you had listened to my broadcast in full, I met President Ahmed Bola Tinubu. I met him, both in camera and behind camera. And he asked me, are you interested in pipeline? He will be listening now. And I told him, I'm not interested in pipeline. He's alive. I told him, I am not interested. But I can assist those who are doing the pipeline contract in any way I can for your government to succeed. But I'm not interested. So I never said that it was personal gain I was looking for. I clearly said in all my broadcasts that my needs are very small. My needs are very small. So what I'm trying to say, and it's very clear, President Ahmed Bola Tinubu becoming president, I should be able to tell him the truth. And what is happening in Rivers State, where President Ahmed Bola Tinubu is supporting Nyesom Wike to destabilize Rivers State, to disturb the peace of Rivers State. And as a stakeholder in Rivers State, I feel disappointed, totally disappointed, for the president to allow his minister serving under him to run amok, procure judgment, and all sorts, threatening the people of Rivers State, because what they are trying to do is, we are going to remove FOBRA and nothing will happen. And I'm saying that if you remove FOBRA, something will happen. If you try to remove FOBRA, something will happen. And that is it. That is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking of any personal benefit. I cannot be appointed minister. I cannot be appointed into any board. I did not lobby for any board. I did not lobby for anything. So it's not personal, like I said. Yes, I emptied my bank account. I spent over $2 million US. I cannot even count in naira what I spent. And I did not take a dime from him or anybody except 10 Jackeries who gave me 300 million naira.
All right. Okay.
Well,
He spent over $200 million, and somebody gave him 300 million naira. Friday, Peter. Christian Eze, Charity attack on the here story. Asari Dogobo spent over $200 million to campaign for Tinubu to become president. Hey, Nigeria na America wonder. Nigeria.
All right. We have to go now, unfortunately. But I mean, it would have been.
Hey, God have mercy on us. God, I started to get 200 million naira. Yeah, sorry, $200 million. Now I mean get. You see, they look for. If they look for 20 million naira where you want steal from Mazendam, they can. You go explain tire, oh. You go explain tire. Peter. Abeg, oh. Hey. Mm. These people, nothing wey we no go see for their hand. Make we see. Quickly, before we go to Bianca Ono, let's quickly jump into our Prime Minister's handle and see what is going on there. Before we go to our Bianca Ono, and we go to Enugu, we will see what is happening in Enugu today. Police are doing their, you see, other teachers in Nigeria are cruise. When we talk, people know they won't understand. And I be the matter. If say people they understand, but before uncle, I say now hungry make him they shout. When you see him shouting, he just hungry. He just need bread. He need bread. Just put bread for him mouth. The mouth will go short. I tell you. And the Tinubu don't give him bread, don't give him, no one give him again. Okay, we move. Let's just breeze into our Prime Minister today. The battle is still going on. Okay, today something is still happening. Some things are happening, and this is what is happening in Biafra land today. You no go close, you go stay far, they record them. If you go close, I want us to understand that the war is on in Biafra land. And this is what our people are going through. Our people are always on the defensive side. That is why we are now provoking whatever provocable. Ojukwu, today, the narrative they paint is that Ojukwu began the war. Ojukwu started the war. But people don't even know what happened. That's why I will always tell people, before you say or you condemn or you join anything, any party, find out what is the agenda, what is their template, why was that group formed, why was that people formed, why did the fight begin. Some people even now are saying Biafra or nothing, Biafra is Biafra or we die. If you ask him, why are you fighting for Biafra? They don't even know. Just as the same people that are fighting for Nigeria, you don't even know. I will advise you, find out why you must need. Because when you have reasons to defend, to fight, to cry out for freedom, is when you will be real. I'm telling you the truth. When you have reasons to defend anybody, that is why when you go to a doctor, the people you don't lie, the people you don't lie to, you don't lie to your doctor, you don't lie to your lawyer. When you tell your doctor the truth about the situation, about the sickness, he will know the truth also to tackle it. When you tell your lawyer the truth, say na you put knife for that person throat to comot am, he go know the logic wey go take defend you. But when you go tell am say na lie, no be you, they can't show picture say see when you put knife for him throat, he no go fit defend you. But when you tell am say na you, say they get picture, he go know how he go defend the picture. That is why Ojukwu told us one thing. Ojukwu said one thing. Ojukwu said Since oppression is maintained by force, it is only possible to remove that same oppression by a counter force. You don't remove force with the prayer. You only pray for God to give you the enablement to tackle or to remove or to destroy the force. And we have prayed and God has answered and God has given us the power to fight. So why do you keep praying when you already have the answers to your prayer? Do you see the children of Israel sitting down by the banks of the rivers and pray, God help us to cross? No. They prayed and God said cross, and they crossed even in the midst of the Red Sea. They crossed. Even to break down the walls of Jericho, they have to cross. Today, you are crossing into your land, into your promised land. The walls of Jericho are fallen down. It's only for you to get up and cross. The Red Sea has been divided. Get up and cross over to your freedom. You are still praying. You want God to come and carry you and lift you over to the promised land. That's the foolishness of people. That's the foolishness of people. I tell you the truth. So before you do anything, find out. When you find out, you'll be more passionate about it. When you find out the reason why you need Biafra, is when you will be bold enough to defend the Biafra. If you know the reason why you must fight for your freedom, you will be bold and passionate. You will be so passionate, fanatical, Mother Nandi can say about this Biafra we are talking about. Not they say, hey, we want freedom, we want freedom. Yesterday, today, they are political party. Hey, Nnamdi Kanu, we follow you. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, we follow you. You don't even know the mission, the vision of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is why immediately they took Mazen Nnamdi Kanu away. They went into obedience. The same thing that happened with Jesus. When they took Jesus away, all the disciples jumped into their businesses, into their whatever, to make ends in meat. Until Jesus came back. I used to tell us that when you go and read the story in the Bible about Jesus, you will find out that it has nothing different with the story of Biafra. Go and read it. When Jesus was taken, who came out to stand? When Jesus was being taken to cross, who came to his rescue? Was not one of them that was the apostles. I tell you, if you no understand the 10, ask for the 10. So you go get the 10. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, let us listen to her as she cries.
That's what I did. I was at the World Bank enjoying myself. And I was invited to come back, very risky. And I took one of the biggest risks in my life to go back. Because you know what? When you fight corruption, those same people fight you back. And if they can't fight you, they smear you. So they kidnapped my mother and held her for 5 days and said I should resign. And I refused. They threatened me. And even after I left, they continued to malign my name. That's why I wrote, fighting corruption is dangerous. But who will fight for you, you Africans in the room? I took a risk. Because even people, there are people, sensible people, who still believe Okonjo-Iweala did something. Just because those people try to damage your name. But in spite of all that, I don't regret one day. I went and I fought. And so when my grandchildren ask me, I'll be able to lift up my head and say, yes, I did something. What are you going to say? That's what I did. I was at the World Bank enjoying myself. And I was invited to come back, very risky. And I took one of the biggest risks in my life to go.
Now, this woman, where is the video again? Can't find the video again. Anyway, well, we've gotten the message anyway. This woman here. Know that you can't fight corruption. So, what are you doing in Nigeria? Building corruption? You know that fighting corruption is dangerous. You know that you cannot fight corruption in Nigeria. Are you getting? I no say anything. No, I no talk. I never talk. I never talk. She's still my sister. I never condemn her. I don't say anything against her. But like our prime minister said, before you cast a stone, and I see the Obiokwe, Rufai Abati, and Ruben Abati, sorry, and the Rufai Oseni, and the rest of them sitting down to discuss. The Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, made a tweet that said Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala has given them 57 million, has secured 57 or 75 million or billion dollars. These are the same people that will tell you what Simon Ekpa tweeted, and they are now showing you picture of that tweet, and they even claim that Simon Ekpa deleted the tweet immediately it went viral. If this tweet truly went viral, if there was a tweet, why is it that nobody, Obiokwe, you did not even respond to the tweet? No single person responded to this tweet. We only saw a picture of a tweet because a fool somewhere manipulated their mind and they fell for the foolishness of the fool. Usually when a tweet comes up, somebody must retweet. Somebody must, because when you retweet anything, if you retweet anything, it will be there that you retweeted it, it will be there that you shared it, but the post will no longer be there. That is it. It will show you that this post is no longer available. These criminals in the name of Arise TV working cannot show you any proof that Simon Ekpa tweeted that whatever it is they said, and they are carrying it just because they want to make news, because you heard the name Simon Ekpa, because you don't like the name Biafra, because you want to do everything to bring Biafra to darkness, which is not going to happen, because Biafra means light. We go to Enugu anywhere today.
Heavy police presence here. Heavy police presence. The Enugu State, Enugu North Local Government Chairman Ibanako is here to address the angry crowd. Ndị eji go tear gas na egbe. Nekwe ha ka na-abịa, a na-agbaka tear gas. Lee ha, a ka na-agbaka tear gas. Nekwe ha, ha ka na-agbaka tear gas na-agba egbe. Nekwe ha, nekwe ha, nekwe ha, nekwe ha, nekwe ha. Ha na-agbakwa egbe na-agba tear gas na-abịa ebe a. Nekwe ha, nekwe ha, nekwe ha. See them, see them. See, they are shooting at us. 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 Enugu North Local Government Chairman is here. Yeah, they are still shooting. See, tear gas. They just shot tear gas at us. See. Peaceful protesters. Peaceful. They've been shooting at us. See. Look at them.
Now, one thing I want you to make out of this, the Enugu State North, according to them, local government was there. And the Nigerian police in the same Enugu local government that's supposed to get instructions from the local government, that's supposed to be dispatched from the same local government, are there, not listening to the local government authority, not listening to the chairman that is there. They even threw tear gas. That's, you are nobody. Are you getting what I'm saying? When you think you have a country, you have, this is why When they make you in the north, they make the police also in the north. The police don't respect you because the same way you get your powers, your authority, your directions from the north, it's the same way the police get his own. That is why you can't do anything about them. That is why Peter Mba will always come to tell you, even when the Fulanese sack communities in Enugu, Peter Mba will come and tell you, sorry, we will bring them to book. But these are the Fulanese, you know where they stay, you know their gathering place, you know them. The people they attacked know them one on one. They know them, they seize them. Yet, you are telling us you will bring the culprits to book. Maybe in the spiritual book, you are going to bring them. I've been asking this question. Even the West, that are the Yorubas that went into agreement to sign agreement with the Fulanese not to delete them when they go to farm. How can you beg Fulanese, foreigners in your land? You are begging them to sign for you that there will be peace so that your people could go to farm. Are you not ashamed? Are you not ashamed, the Yoruba people? You signed agreement with the Fulani so that you can go to farm. Shame on you all. Shame. And after signing the agreement, what happened? After signing this agreement, did they stop? Did anything change? Rather, everything increased. The way they disturb people from the farm increased. Audio. We continue. I want us to. What I want. What am I saying about Bianca Ono? I think before we go to Bianca Ono, we will listen to our Prime Minister. Let us listen to our Prime Minister concerning Bianca Ono before we go to Bianca Ono. I think it will be good. Let us just listen to what our Prime Minister said before I will. Okay? So let's listen to him.
All Biafrans all over the globe that have joined us today, and those that will be joining later. The interlude we just played has just explained a little about the Prime Minister that will take the stage in some seconds. I implore all of you to join me as I present to you the Obato Biye, the Agune Chamber 1 of Biafra land, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, the only Prime Minister of the Biafran government, the man that everyone seeks his head on the spike, the man they want to kill, because after the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he suffers to become light and hope to the Biafran people. May I present to you the Universal Ambassador of Peace, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku. The Biafran people await your presence. They will from here. A standing ovation to the Prime Minister as he takes the stage.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister Sonny. Thank you very much, everyone. Good evening, members of the cabinet. Good evening, admins of Biafra, Liazen in different states of the United States. I welcome all of you, the cabinet members, ministers and head of department of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile and the Biafra de facto government in the homeland. Good evening from here. It's another honor to be with you today in the U.S. town hall meeting. The enemies are quaking and have all seated in their various gossiping locations to watch again how we fund our liberation, because that is the biggest mystery to them today. You've seen them releasing research articles and many papers on how Biafra government is funding its liberation. They took their time to start analyzing, researching on our fundraising, and at the same time, including the views we've had on Twitter. They themselves have posted and published their own finding that my ex-posts have over 226 million views on X alone. So they can understand the magnitude of what Biafrans are doing globally. And I've challenged them to publish their own drug lord criminal president Tinubu views. Let us see who is interested in listening to a convicted criminal in the United States. My fellow Biafrans, I want you all to understand that our freedom is here. My speech today will be very brief, and I hope, but I would like to point and touch many places and many issues. One is that I want to use this opportunity and medium to send a warning to Bianca Ojukwu to stay clear from anything sabotage against Biafra. If she wants to continue to have her peace, Biafra people will not look at anybody that stand on their way to freedom. Her husband led the war when Nigeria declared war against Biafra people.
Okay, we've gotten the main point. Stay on your lane, no problem. If you want to be a Nigerian, no problem. But there is something I want us to see. That is this. I want you to listen to this.
He said his name is Falake, and that he's working for Tinubu. That he wants me to be a director in the civil society organization, and I told him point blank that I don't want to be part of it. Then he started to plead with me to please accept it. I said no, I don't want to accept it, because I've never sat with Tinubu to tell me what he has for us in the country general, and particularly the North. He said, please, madam, he started to beg me.
This woman was called upon to take a responsibility like Bianca Ono was called. She said, no, I want to know what Tinubu have for us as people, even for the country. How are we going to work? What are we working for? Are you getting the message? The woman said, what are we working for? Are we working for some set of cabals, or are we working to build Nigeria? Because what so many people don't understand today is that nobody is working to build Nigeria, but working according to the will and rules of some people that call themselves Funani cabals. And some people, many people fail to see or understand or agree with this. Listen to her.
I said, don't embarrass me, because I don't want to be arrogant. When people start to say, in the name of God, do this, then you feel bad to say no. So I gave him a condition. He said the names will be out the next day, and he wants my name to be out as the director. I said, no, I can't accept that. Then after all the plea, I said, okay, let me meet you halfway. If I sit with Aswaju and I'm not comfortable with what he says he has for the North, then I have a right to opt out. And Falake said, yes, it's okay. So if you notice, when the names came out, it's the only directorate, which there were 2 directors, was the directorate they put me, the civil service, the civil, the civil society organizations. There were 2. I was made a co-director. That night, I got around 11 p.m., I started to get phone calls. Normally, I don't pick my calls at night. But then I saw a message saying that Asiwaju wants to talk to you around 11 p.m. So I gave them a reply. I'm waiting. Immediately they saw my text, they called me back. And Asiwaju called me. He says, Hajia, I said, sir. He said, I respect your stance on not accepting the appointment. I said, yes, sir. Because I can't be a zombie. I just can't follow you because you said I should follow you. Let me know what you have for us up north. Because if I made a mistake on Buhari,
Did you hear that? Let me know what you have for us. Bianco, no. You are jumping into political offer by Nigerian President Tinubu. What is the offer for? Is it to just use you? Because Bianco, now I want you to understand something. A woman like you, in the name of Minister for Women Affairs or Foreign Affairs, I don't know what she was for. She has been sacked and you was appointed because they felt Bianco no will be more influential, will be shown or blown across the land of Biafra with the air of Biafra. That when she speaks, people will listen to. That is why I played that beginning of the video where our Prime Minister said Bianca warned that she should never meddle into anything Biafra with whatever she's going to with Nigeria. Because no good person, no responsible person will jump into Nigeria political offer, except those that have ulterior motive, not for their people, but for themselves. In a time like this, I want us to remember so many people have rejected offers from Tinubu. So many of them. One business mogul from Biafra land also rejected the offer this year. He rejected it. Wisho Jones Okalo came to the Senate and said, yes, he rejected it because he said they have too much on him. But who would want his beautiful legacy name to be dragged into mud because you want to come and collect some portfolio full of money? You want to come and collect some natural cake, as they call it, that is stolen on the... I want to ask again, are you, Bianco, no, going to be accepting this offer as a Nigerian or as a woman that saw something, that saw a vision in the man you called your husband that died? Ojukwu, I remember when this woman, Bianca, wanted to marry Ojukwu, her father said no. Many people said no, that she's gone insane. She said, I must marry this man because I saw a vision. I saw a vision. I see a dream. And you marry this man. Today, where are those dreams? Where are those visions? Where are those legacy you want to build with this man? If this man is a man that wants good for his people, what really is Bianca looking for? Is Bianca looking for the good of his people or the good of Bianca? Is Bianca today standing for Bianca or standing for the people? This woman said, I am not taking any offer from you, Tinubu, unless you tell me, firstly, what will happen to my people? What is the blueprint? We jump into offer just like the people where they pray. They pray for blessing. When demon bring blessing, you say that God will give you. We know we all need blessings. We know we all need appointment. But appointment at this time, why I'm saying this is because in a time like this, in a critical moment like this, before you do, you say you accept anything from anybody, you must be sure of what you are doing, what you are accepting. You must be sure. So are they giving you this offer now as a Bianca Ono to work for Nigeria, to build Nigeria, or are they giving you to make you as a point of distraction to some people? Because the woman rejected the offer till now that me and you is here. She said she's not going to work with Tinubu because Tinubu has no vision. Tinubu has no mission. Tinubu has no plans. Tinubu is dependent on the people that are the cabals that are controlling the affairs of this country you call Nigeria. So I'm going to allow her to play from beginning to end. I'm not going to interrupt or interject it.
He said his name is Falake and that he's working for Tinubu. That he wants me to be a director in the civil society organization. And I told him point blank that I don't want to be part of it. Then he started to plead with me to please accept it. I said, no, I don't want to accept it because I've never sat with Tinubu to tell me what he has for us in the country general, and particularly the North. He said, please, madam. He started to beg me. I said, don't embarrass me because I don't want to be arrogant. When people start to say, in the name of God, do this, then you feel bad to say no. So I gave him a condition. He said the names will be out the next day, and he wants my name to be out as the director. I said, no, I can't accept that. Then after all the plea, I said, okay, let me meet you halfway. If I sit with Asuwaju and I'm not comfortable with what he says he has for the North, then I have a right to opt out. And Falake said, yes, it's okay. So if you notice, when the names came out, it's the only directorate, which there were two directors, was the directorate they put me, the civil service, the civil, the civil society organizations. There were two. I was made a co-director. That night, I got around 11 p.m. I started to get phone calls. Normally, I don't pick my calls at night. But then I saw a message saying that Asiwaju wants to talk to you around 11 p.m. So I gave them a reply. I'm waiting. Immediately they saw my text, they called me back. And Asiwaju called me. He says, Hajia. I said, sir. He said, I respect your stance on not accepting the appointment. I said, yes, sir. Because I can't be a zombie. I just can't follow you because you said I should follow you. Let me know what you have for us up north. Because if I made a mistake on Buhari, with you, the truth is written on the horizon. So I have to know what you have for us. He said he's in London, that if I can, I should go over. He offered to buy me a ticket. I said, no, sir, I can afford a ticket. And then he said, can I get a hotel for you? I said, yes, that I will appreciate. I took the next Lufthansa to London. I saw him that same night, and we sat. And I said, sir, the reason why I'm not accepting your appointment is because I don't know what you have for us up north. Because in the north, every single person is either waiting to be killed or kidnapped. We can't go on like this. What is your blueprint for us? He told me that he doesn't have anything for us. I said, you mean, sir, you don't have a blueprint? He said, I can't have a blueprint because if I have a blueprint, I'll be stepping on too many toes and they might even kill me. This was what he said. I said, but sir, how can you rule without a blueprint? He said, I will only make a blueprint after winning the elections. I said, there will be a lot of distractions after winning the elections. You have to keep your eyes on the ball. He said, well, you know what? If you have anything you want me to put in my manifesto, then please bring it. I told him that I have an elders. We have a network for national salvation. I have our elder. I'll go meet him in Paris the next day. The next day, I left for Paris. I didn't get to see him, but we came back to London. We sat, and we already had a template. So he gave me something. We took something about the Almajiri, because the Almajiri is really a menace to us up north. They have been used as cannon fodder. And when you have able-bodied men that are doing nothing, in their millions, you will always get a problem. I told him about that. I wrote about that. I wrote about agriculture. I wrote about security and so many other things. Till date, I have not been allowed to see Asuwaju. Is that good and responsible people do not offer themselves to go into politics. I just saw one thing about Baba Ahmed, and he broke down because he said he has never been insulted. It's part of the problem. If you
Sorry, we heard everything she said, right? I believe we heard her very clear. She explained everything there. That is the person that have interest of her own people here, Obu and Obi. One thing we have seen that have dragged us into this mess today. Why are we fighting for freedom? Why are we crying for this freedom? Because the people, remember Ojukwu, the same Ojukwu, the husband to this woman, Bianca. Ojukwu, the husband to Bianca, hold on. Ojukwu, the husband to Bianca Ono, formed a political party called ABGA with a mission, with a vision. And what is the vision? To recreate or to reorganize or to reunite former Eastern region that has been disorganized by creating Imo State, Anambra State, Delta State, by creating Cross River State, by creating Bayelsa State, by creating Akwa Ibom State. They have wiped out you people as a region. They have made you states. So Ojukwu said, if we will be able to know and come back and educate ourselves to know that we are one people called Eastern region, it will be better point. It will be a better point to start our journey. What did Ojukwu do? Ojukwu said, I am going to bring an intelligent man to make him a point of contact, to unite our people. And they searched and searched and found P2B. P2B, this is our mission, this is our vision. P2B said, I will do it with all my heart. I will do it with all my blood. I have already finished uniting us. And P2B was given the governor of Anambra State under ABGA to make sure that the whole Eastern Zone become another one body again. What did the P2B do? P2B abandoned Ojukwu. That was what killed. People don't even reason when things happened. That was when Ojukwu died. The true cause, forget, say, as an worker, but that must have evidence. The real thing that destroyed Ojukwu was division. Ojukwu creating this political party, building it, bringing Peter Obi to re-establish what we had before that has been destroyed by Nigeria. If you remember, Yakubu Go once said that we have to create a state so that the people will not be too much to begin to think we can do this together or this. So they have to divide you into pieces to make you believe you are not one family. Initially, we used to be one people. We used to be one people until they come and tell you, no, you are now Imo, you are now Calabar, you are now Bayelsa, you are now Delta. Usually, we used to be one people. This is the vision Ojukwu had to bring us back to the scoreboard, to the beginning of the genesis of the cocoa of the matter. Peter Obi turned everything down and destroyed it. This was when Ojukwu saw that all my vision, why I came back, is now gone down the drain. Ojukwu died. And the Peter Obi never visited Ojukwu until Ojukwu was at the point of death. Peter Obi abandoned Ojukwu and ran away. This was what ihe na-akpọ ya n'Igbo ikoropu ume. The thing ikoropuru Ojukwu ume, Ojukwu fell sick and died. This Peter Obi you see today, parabolating like a cockroach, parabolating like a rat, parabolating like a grasshopper that thought it is a bird until the bird swallowed it. So, why am I saying this? Bianco No came from somewhere. Bianco No is standing for something. But if she has chosen to turn what she's standing for nothing, hallelujah. Hallelujah. I don't finish my own message, you. So we go listen to that our Prime Minister message now from beginning to end again, because in that message, everything was said. In that message, everything was said. So we go listen to that our Prime Minister message now. As we go, as they listen to the message, you may not. I will that will be the end of the program. So I will say thank you so much for watching, and then remember to like, remember to share. Thank you so much, and bye for now. And those watching from Facebook, I'm sorry, I have to. Okay, nobody is watching from Facebook. Okay, so I'm not streaming in Facebook. So I'll say thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.
Today, and those that will be joining later, the interlude we just played has just explained a little about the Prime Minister that will take the stage in some seconds. I implore all of you to join me as I present to you the Obato Biye, the Agune Chamber 1 of Biafra land, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, the only Prime Minister of the Biafran government, the man that everyone seek his head on the spike, the man they want to kill, because after the kidnap of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he suffers to become light and hope to the Biafran people. May I present to you the Universal Ambassador of Peace, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa Njoku. The Biafran people await your presence. They will from here. A standing ovation to the Prime Minister as he takes the stage.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister Sonny. Thank you very much, everyone. Good evening, members of the cabinet. Good evening, admins of Biafra, Liazen in different states of the United States. I welcome all of you, the cabinet members, ministers and head of department of the Biafra Republic government in exile and the Biafra de facto government in the homeland. Good evening from here. It's another honor to be with you today in the U.S. town hall meeting. The enemies are quaking and have all seated in their various gossiping locations to watch again how we fund our liberation, because that is the biggest mystery to them today. You've seen them releasing research articles and many papers on how Biafra government is funding its liberation. They took their time to start analyzing, researching on our fundraising, and at the same time, including the views we've had on Twitter. They themselves have posted and published their own finding that my ex-posts have over 226 million views on X alone. So they can understand the magnitude of what Biafrans are doing globally. And I have challenged them to publish their own drug lord criminal president Tinubu views. Let us see who is interested in listening to a convicted criminal in the United States. My fellow Biafrans, I want you all to understand that our freedom is here. My speech today will be very brief, and I hope, but I would like to point and touch many places and many issues. One is that I want to use this opportunity and medium to send a warning to Bianca Ojukwu to stay clear from anything sabotage against Biafra. If she wants to continue to have her peace, Biafra people will not look at anybody that stand on their way to freedom. Her husband led the war when Nigeria declared war against Biafra people. The great Iroko of Biafra, which is her late husband, commanded Biafra armed forces. And of course, he was the president of Biafra during that 3 years of genocide. So we are not going to trade our freedom for anything political position, because a lot of people have expected me to react on the so-called frivolous appointment of Bianca Ojukwu. The reason I have not reacted is that it is not my business. And I believe it is none of Biafran's business. She is a politician. She believes in Nigeria, and that is her own choice. She's just one person, one woman with one vote. Today, you don't expect me to start reacting when 50 million Biafrans have consented to this Biafra government, giving this Biafra government consent and the authority to fight for their freedom. So who is Bianca Ojukwu? Only one person, one woman. So I don't want to waste my time, but it is very imperative that I bring this message to her. So long as she maintains her lane, mind her business as a politician under Nigeria, we don't have problem with her. But where we are going to have problem with her is when she used that position to fight against Biafra in any capacity. Then Simon Ekpa will change to whatever that will suit her. And then we will engage her in any way possible. For now, she can enjoy her appointment. I have no business and I have no issue with her appointment under Nigeria. You know, the question they used to ask, when will Biafra come? This question has always been what has been in the mind of the enemy for decades. They come like friends, they laugh, and at the end, the question is actually meant to mock the Biafra agitation in those days. My fellow Biafrans, I would like to, today is Sunday, I would like to read the Bible today. I would like to read from the book of Ecclesiastes 7. The book of Ecclesiastes 7, I'm going to read from chapter 7, and I will read verse 7, and I will read 9. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. Number 9, be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger rested in the bosom of fools. When you expect the Biafra government and myself to act on certain issues, we don't delve into things with our anger. We take our time. But when we start, the entire world will know that we have started. They used to ask you, when will this Biafra come? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mentioned this in one of his broadcasts. Always there, when will this Biafra come? When will this Biafra come? That's a question that many, both the good and the bad, carried in their heart for decades. But that question now has an answer. The question finally has an answer. And the infinite answer will come on December 2nd, 2024. My fellow Biafrans, as we continue to put in place the delegitimization of the Nigeria terrorist state within Biafra land, we are taking it one step at a time. We are not in a hurry. This is a fight that has taken the life of millions, and we've fought this for over 50 years. The Biafra government, 72 hours ultimatum to return all the Biafrans that were kidnapped from the old eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria and other part of Nigeria to detain. Many of them have been detained for many years without trial. That 72 hours ultimatum ends today. And we have seen reactions from different courts. One of them is the court, is the Owerri Appeal Court. They have announced temporary shutdown because of security concern. This particular shutdown, it is now very evidently clear that Nigeria have no intention of returning our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to different detention facilities in the northern Nigeria, or maybe many of them have been killed. So, the knowing what we do not know about the fate of our fellow brothers and sisters, both women and children, that were taken in the name of arrests. So they decided to lock down because they can't provide our brothers they kidnapped from eastern Nigeria and taken to northern Nigeria. I want to use this medium to inform Nigeria, terrorist state, this evening, that this temporary lockdown, because they could not provide our brothers and sisters they kidnapped, should not be temporarily. They have locked down permanently and indefinitely. I will never reopen again. I want to let you know that the evil will only strive when good men keep quiet and silent. In the absence of good men, the evil men will always strive. Nigeria have shown to be evil for decades. And in all this evil of Nigeria, the good men have always been terrified, fear, and they remain silent for many years. Today, many good men have risen up, and they are all in Biafra government in exile. And so we are going to commit a great violence on this Nigeria state, because that's exactly what is going to restore peace. And it has started. We are going to delegitimize Nigeria institution by institution, step by step, organization by organization, government by government, and at the end, they will leave our land. And we will have a peaceful nation where our children and women will live and walk in the night without anybody kidnapping them. Just like we all enjoy in Europe, where we can wake up 2 a.m. in the night, go to shop without anybody molesting and without anybody being afraid of being kidnapped. That is the vision we have for Biafra people. I want to also let those who are shouting Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism died with Biafra. And it will rise with Biafra. A lot of people are making noise all over Africa, especially those who have access to media. They say, oh, what do you have to say about Pan-Africanism? I have not actually took my time to address them. But today I will make, touch on Pan-Africanism. And I want you to look around yourself. Look around Africa. How many people do you see in government in any African country that is shouting Pan-Africanism? None. Only one. And he is called Malema, Julius Malema. Julius Malema is the only one in government shouting Pan-Africanism, but he is making a very terrible decision. His Pan-Africanism can never yield any result because it is a complete misplace of priority. You do not support evil because you have a platform. Julius Malema will be shouting Pan-Africanism, Pan-Africanism, but in as much as Arafat supported Mandela, that is not a reason to support terrorism against Israel. What happened on the 7th of October was a complete terrorist attack and must be differentiated. You must be able to differentiate terrorist attack and struggle for freedom. Malema, with his Pan-Africanism, refused to understand the difference between terrorism and fighting for freedom. Another person who is shouting for Pan-Africanism is Professor Lumumba. He is not in the government. So what am I trying to say? The only person that have a voice shouting Pan-Africanism today is Malema, and he is in the government of South Africa. So if you know that you actually love Africa and you really want Pan-Africanism to come to reality, there is a need for you to support Biafra, because that is where the Pan-Africanism will rise. You need people in the government that knows what Africa people need. And Biafra have young, vibrant men and women who will make that Pan-Africanism to become a reality. So if you don't support Biafra, your dream is dead and dead on arrival. My fellow Biafrans, December 2nd, we are going to make history. This December 2nd is sacrosanct in the history of Biafra, as we are going to fulfill our destiny on that very day. The heaven and the earth will stand still to witness the occasion. The sun will bear witness, and the enemies will tremble before us as the world behold the emergence of the United States of Biafra on international stage. For decades, Biafra have stood firm, fearless, resilient, and unwavering against Nigeria, terrorism, and oppressors. Today, we on the brakes of the new era. We are ready to claim and reclaim our destiny and officially restore Biafra as an independent nation. This isn't just the culmination of journey. It is fulfillment of a dream that our ancestors and heroes set in motion long time ago, between 1967 and 1970. Their vision is now our reality, and every Biafran alive today is part of this historic legacy. Those of you in the United States that has made us to realize this dream up to this point, you are a hero and heroine of the Biafra nation. The Biafra Convention 2024, from November 29 to December 3rd, 2024, these days, Biafran from all over the walks of life will gather in Lahti, Finland, for a 5-day event that will mark the beginning of the new era for generations to come. This is more than just convention, and I'm telling you, the enemy are not happy. They have done everything thinking that Nigeria can control and can get anything they want. But today, we're not just asthmating them. We're showing to them that not every country supports evil. It's a unification of a people reclaiming their identity, purpose, and future. The energy will be electrifying, historic, and the pride uncontainable as Biafrans come together to declare their restoration of their sovereignty. This monumental and historical event will showcase the symbol of our independence and identity, and here's what we have in stocks. For those who have been asking questions, what is this convention all about? You want to declare independence in a foreign land? We are not declaring independence in a foreign land. The independence of Biafra has already been declared. We are only restoring our lost sovereignty, just like the Lithuanians. The point is that the people don't read history. We are not going to be the first country to restore a lost sovereignty state. We'll launch the Biafra National Identity Card and Passport during the Finland Convention. Finally, making every Biafran place and belonging official across the globe, we will unveil Biafra Ejema during this convention. The Biafra currency will be unveiled. a testament to our economic independence and strength. The flag of the United States of Biafra will be raised, standing tall as a banner of our unity and resilience, representing Biafra to the world. We also will adopt the Biafran Constitution during this convention, a document that enshrines our rights, principles, and governance for our new nation during this convention. We'll also present the map of the United States of Biafra officially, defining our rightful borders and land. It is not just a map. It's a declaration of our place in the world. My fellow Biafrans in the US, we have dignitaries that will embrace the convention in Finland, powerful policymakers from different parts of the world will be present in Finland. Powerful speeches will echo throughout the event with delegates and key international figures voicing our shared struggle for freedom, resilience, and determination. And in a formal oral declaration of independence, of the restoration of the independence of Biafra, we will outline each vital aspect of our freedom step by step, solidifying our path to sovereignty state. This convention will also feature national debate on the issue that matters most to our new nation, uniting Biafrans from all backgrounds, representatives from across the 40 United States of Biafra, delegation from the different countries where Biafra has their liaison offices, and vote on bills, creating the legal backbone of our nation. The establishment of the declaration document will formally declare our restoration of independence of Biafra, marking our collective vision for the future. And to seal this commitment, Biafra delegate will sign this historic document symbolizing our dedication to a free and independent Biafra. This is just the tip of the iceberg, as many other incredible things will unfold as the United States of Biafra begin to formally enter into bilateral relationship with other existing nations of the world. And in this convention, we will have one of the imagining nation president to be part of it. This is not just gathering of people. It will be unified voice of over 50 million Biafrans who have already voted in the self-referendum, reflecting the clear will of the people to establish the United States of Biafra. On November 28, the final vote count will be concluded. And if the majority says yes to independence of Biafra, Biafra people will give the Biafra government the mandate on December 2nd to officially declare the restoration of independence of Biafra, fully defend it. The Biafra government will then be empowered by this legal document that will be generated from this convention and granted all legitimacy over a sovereign and independent United States of Biafra. This whole world will be watching, and the history awaits us all. I want you to understand that once this document has been generated and the Constitution of Biafra is voted on, which is a continuous document, a living document from the 1967 to 1970, the battle for the recognition of Biafra will then begin. At the same time, the legitimization of the Nigeria state within Biafra land will enter gear 10. And as that is happening, we will continue to make sure, like the court have shut down today, we will not have any single Nigerian representative from that institution, because what they have done to us will take us decades to recover. They have brought, the judiciary have brought anarchy, insecurity, and what have you in Biafra land. And the earlier we eradicate them, the earlier we evict them, the better for us. Biafra government have already laid down all the principles and mechanisms to begin to set out the judiciary of the Biafra government. It's going to take us time. If you think that this is going to be easy, think again. But let me tell you, we have every template, step by step. And you can see we are winning this war even without firing a shot. The diplomatic approach, political approach, and armed struggle approach can never fail us this time around. We will make sure we give sleepless night to those who don't want us to sleep. We will give violence to those who brought violence to us. We will defend ourselves with the same mechanism they have come to kill our people: guns and bullets. I want you to be very proud of yourself, because it is because of you that Biafra land have seen and enjoy peace. Irrespective of the propaganda, do not listen to them. Every one of us, every true Biafran, the 50 million Biafran people who have voted for the self-referendum knows the what, and they trust this government. And that is the reason every time we ask them to do something, they do it willingly, because they know it is all for their good. The price they pay today, they will enjoy tomorrow. If you have not joined this struggle, I don't know what you are waiting for. The time is now, because tomorrow may be too late for you. We will continue to defend our land against Nigeria state. We will continue to demand the withdrawal and the militarization of the Biafra land. We will continue to make sure that all checkpoint is dismantled. It does not matter how long it takes us. We will continue to engage them one after the other until they are gone from our land. Thank you very much. Airborne to the Biafra Defense Force, airborne to the Biafra Liberation Army. They have not even seen anything. We will give them madness. And at the end, everybody will hail Biafra, and we will give glory to God. Thank you very much. May God bless all of you.